Hello? Hello? Rewind.
Boom. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're back. What's going on, everybody?
Hey,
We had
everybody.
we had to do a fresh restart just before starting the stream, and of course it resets all your audio parameters. So, it's all good though because I get to say hello to everyone once again. Flyzone Drone,
Fly Zone
Flexo
Drone.
3D, Mint, Jabo, Private Island. What's going on, everybody?
What's up, everyone? And you guys missed all that front end banter that we'll quickly go through. Fly Zone Drone was just off a session with F Core and Jinx. Thanks for the invite, dickheads.
Yeah. Oh, where's Jinx now? Where's Jinx right now, huh?
Yeah, the third leg of Super Critical.
Oh.
How's it going, Dan Z? Awesome.
It's going great. No, but for real, uh, Fly Zone going out and flying with F Core and Jinx. That's a great flying crew to go out with.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jinx's ears must be ringing because look who just tuned into the chat.
Jinx. I guess our online only friend, not in real life flying friend.
It's actually been a minute since I've gotten to hang out with Jinx, and
It's true.
that is a crime. That is a crime.
We missed him on Saturday. Speaking of Saturday, we held the Bando Invitational. So I know that there's some folks on here who might not be familiar with what that is. So last year we did two events. The first one being open to the public game of FPV. And if you've ever played horse in basketball, it's the same thing, but it's using the letters FPV, and it's a match my trick contest, and it's a lot of fun. And then part of the prize last year was the people who were last standing got an invite to an abandoned building where Dan Z and I have flown, and we asked just to have a day, get some packs in, and try to come up with your best 90 seconds unedited. And that's what we did again this year. So we had the game of FPV, and it was F Core, Revo, and Fuse FPV who got the invite to the Bando Invitational, where we did that in a local bando here. And I don't know, it was a really good time. We had a really good time. What did you think of Bando Invitational this year, the live event, Dan?
Dude, I think I love the format. I would really love, as an aspirational thing, to find a way to open it up and try to grab people from around the country or around the world even to go to a bando. But it's a great format. It's a contest, but it also is very much just going and hanging out and ripping with friends. And that's what this is all about. To me, it feels more like if you're familiar with the jam format of contests, rather than people going out and having their individual runs and competing that way. It's just everybody going when they're ready to kind of attack it and just trying to do their best, and everybody's getting hyped on each other, and it's a good time.
So the way that it turns into the contest is we've asked each of those three pilots, and we were joined by Austin Inspired, who was in town, and we were like, you're in town, so you should definitely kind of come out and we'll show you a spot. And,
yeah, it's kind of serendipitous.
But the way it works out is that each of the pilots will see they can provide to us an up to 90-second unedited video. So no edits, no speed ramping. They can add music, but it shouldn't be able to identify them. And then we will play those videos in 2 weeks. The audience will use the super critical judging format to give scores. And then we also have two secret judges. So there's a total of 3 votes, 2 secret judges, and the totals from the live audience. And we'll all watch through all 3. Everyone will vote, and then we'll tally it up in real time. We'll bring the pilots onto the live stream, and we will crown the 2022 Bando Invitational winner. They get a T-shirt and some other goodies as well. But really, it's the swag of saying, you know, I made it through the gauntlet and had a good day at the Bando.
Yep. I just want to really quickly shout out Brock Lee. Brock Lee entered the chat. What's up, Brock? He had gone silent for a little while on the as far as his internet facing front. It seemed like he, you know, wasn't posting for a while. I miss his live stream a bit, and then lately he's been putting out some things that have been pretty killer. So I'm happy to see that that's happening again.
Yeah, I'm becoming aware of kind of like the ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah.
And I think as long as you flow back at some point, you're
right.
welcome. You know, it's cool to see people flow back.
I mean, we've had our own, you know.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of what happens. You know, life. Ghosted FPV has joined us. So 2 weeks, Bando Invitational. We'll be judging and crowning a winner. I also wanted to bring up, if the thumbnail wasn't enough, our very own Dan Z, the Polish camera, has joined the newly created Vanny Style team as a sponsored pilot. Good fucking job, bro.
Thanks.
I know that you're
so weird.
So self-deprecating, but I guess you know, it's cool to see because GemFan was your first official sponsor, and now like there's this like full-on team. It's a small team too. It's like three, not counting Vanny. It's 3 other pilots, right? Or 3 pilots, period.
4 of us and Vanover. Yeah.
So who is it?
Real quick, shout out to GemFan, by the way, because I just got my new shipment of props in today, and it was right in the nick of time because West Coast Throwdown depleted my stash. So thank you very much, everyone over at GemFan. But on the Vanny Style team is, aside from, I mean, obviously, Vanover, me, Balkan X, who, as we know, he's got a perfect score on here.
Twice.
He's amazing. I've been watching Balkan X for a while. Even like, you know, it was like 2 years ago or something I first spotted him, and it was still rough around the edges compared to now, but I knew he had like something awesome that I just really vibed with. Uptime, who is this really young kid. I first heard of him at the Rippies at Rampage.
Yeah. He won in the Spain category.
He did win the Spain category. Super good. Super good. He races and he freestyles. And then Vizzy, who I met when we went to West Coast Throwdown. Super cool dude.
Yeah.
Like, I thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with him. I had absolutely zero idea that he ripped as hard as he did.
Yeah.
You know, it's really weird. I don't know. For some reason, like, we hung out and we shot the shit and flew together, but I don't think I ever really tuned into his stream, you know, to his feed or whatever. And I saw it for the first time when it was announced that he was on the team, and I was blown away. I was like, "Oh yeah, this dude kills." And we featured him last week, so that's the squad.
So I remember PWX had a similar. So we got when Dan and I went to Rampage. You know, you don't really know who anyone is, right? Like, unless you're like wearing all your own gear and fucking, you know, shouting your own name stuff, which not many people do, which is cool. But like, everyone's just kind of out there flying. There was some, definitely there was some, and they stuck out. But majority of people are just real chill and really nice. And I think it was after the second day, right? I think it was PWX who came up to you, Dan, and he was like, "Yo, like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were just quietly ripping it super hard over here. A-Tech was on your feed. And so A-Tech was watching. A-Tech is really great about like jumping on people's feeds and checking people out. I've noticed that about A-Tech. It's really cool. But
shout out to A-Tech too. One of my favorite pilots out there. Just to watch fly and just as a dude to hang out with.
And like he's all around like fun timed, like cool homie. But like PWX said basically the same thing. He's like, dude, I didn't know that you were killing it. Because they had started to like tune into your feed because you were killing it. So it's really interesting kind of how like it's the same thing with Vizzy. Like I met Vizzy last year and I knew, well, it was interesting because they met PWX and I hope if I'm wrong, they'll correct me, but they met Vizzy at West Coast Throwdown last year. Like they were like, really? I was there when they were like, if I remember correctly, they were like, yeah, you should come to the drone park at Eric's house. And he was like, yeah, cool. And so like that was kind of the start. And now he's like in the crew and you know what I'm saying? Like, met Vanny through that connection and stuff. So I just think it's really interesting. And maybe there's a takeaway here from this, like kind of all this anecdotal shit where it's like, get out, you know, go out to the events, you know, it's fun to meet people and you don't have to, you know, you don't have to be publicizing or thinking of it as like a networking thing. It's like, hey, it's just cool just to go out and be out amongst people who have a similar interest and just very organically let things happen for you.
I remember I like out of desperation bought my ticket. Like I was so overworked and burnt out. I bought my ticket to Rampage out of desperation.
I remember.
And leading up to the event, I was feeling like I was going to regret it. I was worried I was going to hate it because I generally don't like, you know, big events with lots of people and lots of social interaction. But yeah, ended up being awesome. Awesome time.
Yeah. So I will be asking, and I'm sure other people will be asking, how your journey into the team and sponsored life goes. It'll be fun to watch, but congratulations again, Dan Z, on that. Broccoli asks what I'm drinking. I am drinking Suntory, my fave, Suntory whiskey.
I'm drinking a little bit of High West bourbon. High West out of Utah. Very, very tasty bourbon. And this bottle, I'm very sad to say that I've just polished. Actually, there's a couple drops left in there that I'm going to make sure I take care of. This was a wedding present. Not a wedding present, but a present from the bride and groom to me.
Is that what we were drinking? Did you bring High West to Rampage? What were we drinking at Rampage?
I think I did bring a High West to Rampage.
That just ruined Jack Daniels for me forever. It really did. I'm not even I can't go back.
Yes. Oh, and Mint also in the thing.
Yeah.
In the chat saying you dormed across the hall. We did dorm across the hall. And that was awesome. I remember waking up one morning to Drew and Mint kind of talking back and forth, and then I hear them talking about, yeah, I'm gonna power loop the building. I'm like, what? And next thing I know, I just hear a quad ripping through the hallway of our bunks situation, and he did a really sick power loop and then rip through the hallway.
Crazy. So I think the takeaway is go out, meet people. You don't have to overextend yourself too much, and only good things can happen.
By the way, thank you everybody that's had very nice, kind words for me. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I've historically been very, very bad at receiving compliments, and I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to enjoy this as it is.
You're doing fantastic at doing better, Dan.
And
okay, so and the last thing I did want to talk about is we're trying to crowdsource. We think that the format of the show could be better in the fact that we would love it if people can vote on a video in real time. Now I get it. You're not seeing the whole thing and you're kind of making snap judgments, but I think that's okay just for the pacing of the show, for us just to watch it once. I'd love it if it was that organic. The problem is Dan and I have at different times looked up different solutions for that, like getting rid of the Google form, right, which requires kind of a lot. But we haven't found a good solution to collect audience input in real time as a video plays. Hence, we always watch it a second time. And we want to grow the show. We want to grow how many people watch. One, because it's more fun with more people. But two, the more people giving input, we believe the higher quality kind of takeaways the pilot can get from that larger amount of data. So, well, one, I guess the question is, do you like watching through the video twice? And then the second question is, does anyone know of any solutions that we can look at that would allow us to get people's input in real time on a single view, so we'd only be watching the video once?
In an ideal world, we would be playing the video and the form would pop up for you on the chat, and you could just vote in real time. YouTube does not have an option that works that way. There is a polling option, but that would not be very great. I don't think, for what we're trying to achieve here. I have like a secret thing that's almost kind of cutthroat that I wish we could do.
We'll share it.
I've always wanted that, like, when the video starts, there's like a thumbs up, thumbs down button, and it starts at like 60% or 70% positive, and if it ever dips below like 50% thumbs down, the video just stops right there and we move on to the next thing. It would be a little bit. It could be a little Showtime at the Apollo where the guy comes out with the little with the broom,
the Sandman,
and the big hook. Yeah, what was he called?
The Sandman. Wasn't he called the
Sandman?
Wasn't he called the Sandman? Who knows? A-Tech says, "Yeah, you don't put dollars on the bar after she's done dancing to show your appreciation. Typically." That was a good job. Go back for this.
Yes. Hell yeah, A-Tech.
That's true.
Thanks for joining us.
That's true. So I hear. Flexo likes that idea. So feel free to send us ideas, comment. We would love to see in the chat any other ideas for how we can kind of make the format more efficient. Because we've been doing it this way for a year, but we're always open to improvement, obviously. That's the whole name of the game for the show. But there's one more thing that we typically do, which is I turn it over to Dan Z, and he points me at a pilot that I should be watching, and we kind of showcase them. So who do we got on the hopper today, Dan Z?
So this is a pilot who hasn't posted something in a long time. And he just posted something recently, and it's actually using a system that a local homie developed, the Deep 6 quad, the waterproof quad. He uses both the Deep 6 and some other wild-looking contraption to capture this video, and it's Blaster Flywater.
I'm going to play dumb, and is it just a conformal-coated quad?
No, there's a whole system in place in order to...
Hold on. Is it just me, or did Dan's audio just, like, turn to shit?
Oh.
There it is.
Okay.
Better now.
No, it's not conformal coated. It's not like a Cot King situation. It's a whole system where your electronics are waterproofed in these pouch type situations that have actual like heat dissipation, and really it's like the ultimate waterproofing while also giving you a very capable 5-inch quad. You'll see later on in this video that the other waterproofing system is like a very bulky kind of quad.
And there's a float device as well. It's not just waterproofing, but it helps you recover by surfacing it, right?
Yes. Yeah, so the float, it's a very high tech, super high tech there's been years of development in cutting essentially a foam noodle that just straps to the top of the quad, and it's on the top of the quad specifically because when you land in the water, you want the quad to upright by itself so you can arm your motors and resurface and take back off. Because if it were on the bottom of the quad, your quad would all of a sudden flip upside down, and then you wouldn't be able to take back off again.
So I know that Rex Snow, a Goldfinger operator, has put up videos where he's literally taking off the surface of the water.
Here's the thing. Rex Snow, his daily driver is a Deep Six, fully waterproofed. And he rarely, dunks the thing in water. He flies office parks, does tree stuff. He bashes the hell out. He flies it like a straight up freestyle quad. And then it, maintains its waterproofing. So it's absolutely amazing.
Does the pool noodle affect the tune?
Not really. When you fly with the noodle on there, you don't feel it the way you think you would.
Sure. This is cool. And I take it that this is saltwater, right? I mean, this is.
Yep.
Yep. And it's saltwater capable, right?
Saltwater capable. Yep. You want to make sure that you rinse the motors afterwards with some fresh water. Look, this is cool right here.
Yeah, that's cool.
He takes back off.
That's sick.
Oh, Skydoc in the chat. What's up, Skydoc?
Hey, Skydoc.
I just fell into a waterfall. And
Yo.
it's here. You're here. You're here. And you're fine. Oh my god.
Dude. Here's the other thing. This video is such a great piece of filmmaking and storytelling. And that moment right there, I wonder if that was truly the moment where he first realized, just how capable this system is. So this is the other
I was about to say.
thing. It's like a very bulbous, boaty thing. I would really like to talk to Blaster and ask him about both these systems. So there's that. And so there's definitely a string of shots that he got with that where it's this stuff, dipping, flying under the water.
It's interesting because you can see he's showing kind of the limits of that because your FPV isn't under the water. So you're just kind of dipping a camera below your FPV and just kind of hoping that you're not crashing. But a lot of those B-roll shots at the beginning, I guess, were done with that rig because it was like a submarine almost.
Yep. So and then this is the Deep Six system here. Dude, such like a pretty location. So well filmed.
Yeah,
that's the Deep Six right there. So as you can see, it's just a straight up 5-inch quad. Oh, man, what a pretty shot.
Yeah, seriously.
And I believe, I'm not 100% on this, I believe some of these shots made it into the GoPro Hero 11 release video. Actually, I think that is a Hero 11 that's on that thing. I could be wrong. So pretty.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Just regardless, if you have no idea what, I'm hyped on this because I'm seeing my homie's work, being used the way it was meant to be. But it's also just awesome to see a quad flying through a waterfall that.
And then it looked like they almost caught it pulling out. He almost caught it pulling out. Yeah. That's sweet. That's a good one. So I don't know what the other one is, but it's where can people find? And we didn't get paid to do this But this is
No,
not an
no.
advertisement. It was just a cool video to watch, and then I asked just some leading questions just to talk about the system a little bit more. But what
I'm just hyped for my friend.
where can people find the system? Just to get ahead of the questions.
Deep6.rip. Deep6.rip is the website. If you just Google Deep6, they have a Facebook. There's an Instagram. Definitely check them out. And Jinx makes a good point. He says it's a 6-inch though, and 6-inch. It can fit 6-inch props. The idea behind it was 6-inch arms with 5-inch props, just to have a little more like stable flight. Rex Snow said, talk to Blaster. Super cool dude. He has more Deep Sixes than Adam, and Adam is the guy that created it. So there you go.
Deepdesigns.rip.
Anyway, even aside from the Deep Six thing, Blaster has been on top of the game, in my opinion, as far as creating really great content. I even hate calling it content. It's filmmaking. Really great filmmaking, using his drone to capture mountain biking, snowboarding, this water thing, all sorts of stuff. So if you don't know Blaster, definitely check Blaster out. Yeah. Anyway,
good pick.
That's it.
Sweet. Having said that, let's get into audience videos, and it looks like Jabo
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Jabo, what's up, Max Air? Was able to get his entry in right as we started. So a good amount of entries today. I've thrown everyone into the randomizer. And a name that we should all be familiar with if you've watched the stream before. Average FPV got pulled first.
All right.
So let me jump to...
Oh, we got... Oh, Ches FPV.
What?
Ches, welcome back to the chat.
Welcome back to FPV, Ches.
Yeah, welcome back, bro. I want to see... Ches is a racer. A really sick racer. But he's made some super enjoyable freestyle videos that I would like to see more of. Max Air, what's up, dude?
So,
let's see. Average, on deck. Everybody tune your peepers.
35 freestyle. We're still going the old format. Watch it twice. First one's for you guys. Second one's giving you enough time to vote. 2.5 minutes.
I have a Cinelog 35, and I think that it is awesome. I love it.
It's a ducted 2.5 inch?
I wouldn't call it ducted. It doesn't technically have ducts, but it has...
It's guarded.
Guards. Yeah, it's guarded.
Are those carbon fiber around carbon fiber?
The frame is carbon fiber, and then the actual guard is injection molded.
Oh, okay. Does the injection mold take a beating, or does it snap pretty easily?
I will be honest. I mean, I've used it as a Cine rig, and so I have not given it a proper freestyle bashing.
Hence the reason.
Aww.
That's cute.
I wonder if that's Average's daughter.
It's not.
It's just a random kid.
Terrorizing.
My daughter is terrified of the drones.
Really?
Yeah, well, she's scared of the drones. She always says she's scared of the drones. Average always, he always has such an interesting rig selection. Notice that every one of his videos, he's flying some different 3-inch combination. Didn't he fly an octo, a 3-inch octo at one point?
No, I thought it was the one that's shaped like a cross.
I think he flew one of those. I don't know. He's done quite a few different things.
Well, oh no, it looks like someone is just watching. I wonder if that's his friend or just a bystander who's I want to see what you're doing.
We had a great bystander situation at the Bando Invitational.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
2:30 on the dot. Way to go, Average.
Appreciate that. All right. So now, if you're
Waldo in the chat. What's up, my dude?
What's up, Waldo?
Great to have you. The mayor of FPV. I haven't heard from you in a minute.
He's been administrating and mayoring. Sergio from Fly Zone Drones.
What's up, Sergio? I got to meet these guys in person. I haven't actually met them in person yet. And they're local here. We got to make that happen soon.
So the form is in the chat. You folks, be so kind to click on it. Head off to the forum. Give Average FPV some feedback. We will watch his video again as a kind of counter. It's about 2.5 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll look at the scores.
Yep. Here we go.
You know, Dan, I'm gonna feel less pressure to give my personal opinion. I think that, like, if I see something, I'll say it.
Okay, say it.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think that I won't feel pressure to have to find something to say.
Yeah.
Like, if because I think we can talk more. I feel like the response from the audience will give us enough to, like, comment on, but I think that's more important. But if I see something, I'll say it. I think the only thing that I did see was that you might be a little left roll heavy, Average. I see if you fly mode 2, I think you're pushing on that right stick to the left, so you're left roll heavy.
I will say this, because at this point we've been able to digest a wide breadth of stuff from Average.
Yeah.
And Average has a vibe going on, right? It's always super enjoyable. Like I was saying, he's always flying some different sort of 3-inch rig. He tends to gravitate towards the smaller rigs. I think he's flown maybe 1 5-inch on Supercritical, maybe.
Yeah.
The one thing that I wonder about is, like, I never really see anything where it feels like he's really pushed himself and scared himself. Like I said, he's got the vibe and it's always super enjoyable, but that staircase right there is exactly one of the things I'm talking about. I've never necessarily seen, or at least in the videos that he's posted, him go for those types of gaps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish I know the competency of Average as a pilot. I really wish I could just see him, like, push himself more and put his quad in a bit more danger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's some pilots who, like, that's their thing, right? Like, getting the adrenaline rush and doing something that is high risk. And I just wonder if that's Average's thing, you know?
Yeah. And it's all right if it's not, but, like, if I was with him flying all the time, because this is what this is supposed to be kind of an analog for, is like, bro, if I was with him there, I'd be like, bro, go for that gap.
Yeah, push.
Go for that gap. Like,
I can't help it.
You spotted it. Yeah.
I want to see people. Because, okay, so I was at an event over not this past weekend, the weekend before, and I was watching this pilot, Kerr Viper, who's a great racer, super fast racer. But he was in the kind of the freestyle stuff that we were doing, and it was so much. He was like, I threw like a double Matty. He's like, I've never done a double Matty, and I'm like, you can definitely do it, right? And it was awesome because he was like, well, what's the tip? I was like, just keep it in view. And he flies high tilt, and, like, just watching him nail that or do like trippy spin. I think it was like Matty the trippy spin. It was like that was his first time, and it was awesome to watch him achieve that stuff in the session that I was with him, like I was cheering for him as if it was my first time doing those tricks, you know?
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah,
awesome.
I wonder.
It's great to witness that.
I wonder where Average is and like who his FPV buddies are, and if they are like that. You know what I mean? If they're like that, because we have a lot of people that we fly with that will kind of push and will spot and will point out every little thing that we see, even if it seems like it would be impossible. And yeah, so that's my thing. That's my thing.
Let's look at some scores.
And just to be clear, I always enjoy watching an Average video. Like, I always think his vibe is just right. I always love his music selection. I think his quad selection is really interesting. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what the people got to say. Enough of my jibba jabba.
Intentionality 3, speed 3, difficulty 3, variety 3, originality 3, production 4. Genesis all day.
All day.
Let's
all day.
All day. So let's give you a total 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 19, 20 with the Genesis point. Nice job, Average. Thank you very much for submitting.
Yes.
Moving on. The randomizer has selected Flexo. Flexo
3D. Man, I feel like the randomizer is very favorable to Flexo. Flexo, every time Flexo's submitted, he has been played, I think.
I don't know. He's rigging the system. He knows what randomizer I'm using.
Yeah.
Not the first link that comes up when I Google search random list. All right, so this one's called Ripping the Rust Off. Peel your eyelids back. This is for scoring. Oh my gosh. That is so trippy. I love it. Oh my gosh. It catches me by surprise every time. Dude.
He's being more aggressive with it. I'm noticing that.
We talked about that on the last stream.
Flexo, I wonder, in your history of FPV, how much of it has been 3D flying and how much of it has been your regular kind of FPV. Adventure FPV, welcome to the stream, my man.
Hey, Adventure.
I got a challenge. I got a challenge for Flexo. I want to see like some moves that involve obviously the 3D flying, but with more yaw and flying backwards.
That's like make my eyes roll back in my head trying to imagine that.
I would like to see that. Because everything up until this point has been a lot of forward flying.
Sure.
And it's been really cool. It's been really cool. And, like, I love that he's getting more aggressive here. But yeah. Like, also push yourself. See if you can do backwards stuff with it. Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah. I mean...
That would be sick.
I've become so accustomed to what freestyle looks like that when I see something that... Because it was on that. It's a great opening first move. So the form's going out in the chat. You guys go.
Yes.
We'll play this again. So the very first opening move, we'll see it again right now. he throws the what looks to be a split S, right? So, and I expect him to come back, and it's like this yaw thing that he's like cruising upside down, and I love it. And I think that's why I really enjoy 3D, is that it's able to take me by surprise. You know, like I don't know where the quad is going, and it feels weird and awesome all at the same time. My one thing is, and I think I might have said this on the last video, and I think you're making moves, right? I would love just to see more like zero throttle throw kind of stuff.
Interesting.
The forward motion, just to really pull me in, and then make me think, oh, this is a regular quad, and then it makes the 3D stuff even more surprising. But I think that's something that I see you moving the sticks a lot faster, but I'm not seeing kind of that typical big throttle up, chop to zero, and then letting it flow.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
So part of the reason why I was asking about his FPV career was linked to that exactly, because I'm noticing that there isn't any of that traditional flying style mixed in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in the chat, he's saying, my first FPV flight was January 28th, 2022.
Oh my god.
So my dude has been flying for, what, 8 months?
Dick punch.
Yeah, right? He switched to 3D in March, and he's not flown regular since. So, I think that's awesome.
That is awesome.
I think that's great. Yeah, man, just
keep pushing this shit back.
I wonder if you... I don't know, what do you think? Part of me is wondering if it's actually a really great thing that he's never flown much FPV in the traditional way. But then the other part of me is like, maybe he should try switching back and forth and flying in the traditional way, and that might influence something different.
I think that the reason for my comment is that it's based off of me really enjoying being surprised. You know, like the 3D is so surprising, and it's like, I want more of that. So if you're able to show more of like emulating traditional freestyle and then completely flip it on me because you're able to do this whole bottom half of the throttle thing. Yeah. It's like, you know, like that's where my comment is coming from. It's like, I want more of that surprise. But also, you know, like traditional freestyle, we still do it because some of that stuff feels really cool when you're weightless. Like when you've inverted, when you've given it so much throttle that you're gaining altitude, but you've inverted and you're still gaining altitude. Like that is a really otherworldly feeling. And I think that with the 3D flying, because you have so much control over the altitude, we're losing some of that weightless feeling of like the floatiness, which is, you know, kind of fun. And it slows down your momentum too. So it gives the audience a chance to like breathe, like inhale, and then you throttle in. So it's just a rhythm thing to the flying. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. What do people got to say?
Well, 2 people. Come on, guys. We'll look at it. Let's try to vote. It's more fun if you do, but let's look at what 2 people had to say. Intentionality 3.5, speed 3.5, difficulty 4, variety 3.5, originality 3.5, production 2.5. Je ne sais quoi. They liked it. Keep pushing. What about backward stuff for 3D? Agreeing with Dan Z. And then I want to see inverted combos. Yeah, that would be next level. That would be next level. Like
inverted,
right side up, 2 inverted, back up to right side up. That would be, I mean.
Well, he was starting to do those sorts of things where he was doing the like TikTok back up and forth over the container. Dude, so cool. I love seeing Flexo's progression here on the 3D thing. The 3D thing is it like It's so hard. I'm scared. Like, it's taken me so long to get the skill set that I have on regular FPV flying that to then try to jump into the 3D world seems terrifying. But I don't know. That's awesome. I love seeing it flex. So keep it up, my man.
It's fun to watch you progress. Let's give you a total. So 3.5, 7, 11, 14.5. 18, 20.5, 21.5. Great score, Flexo. Thank you very much.
Danish? Did I miss Danish is in the chat. Nay!
Hey. What's up, Danish? So just a note on the voting. I know that some people, when they watch, they're like, hey, I'm too new to FPV, or I'm not really into freestyle, and I just dig the live stream and the camaraderie and the commentary. The pilots want your feedback too. So no matter where you're at, the numbers on the sheet are helpful to pilots. I put up my stuff for submission. Dan has too. And I know that just getting everyone's feedback from a broad spectrum, and then bonus is the comment. It's like that stuff is really helpful, because how often do we get a chance to really get this kind of constructive yet critical kind of feedback, right? Yeah. So please.
And it also like, it could be, you could just compliment someone on something that you really dug.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, do that too. You don't have to try to find something that, some sort of critical bit of feedback that you think somebody should work on. If there's just something that you thought was really awesome about what they did, let them know too. Like, that's great. Yeah.
So encouraging the voting. All right. Here we go. The randomizer has picked Danish Stallion right on time.
Nay.
Let me go to your video, Danish Stallion. Danish also won a Rippy for best crash video. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, his crash video was great. Yeah.
The pinata.
That was a super fun one.
So this one is Danish Stallion FPV freestyle, discarded bot battle clips, shafty combos. Shafty combos.
Did I hear that this place might be off limits now?
Bando Island?
Bando Island, I think, might have gotten
is it me or
shut down.
Your audio went weird for a second. They're tearing it down?
I don't think they're tearing it down. I might have misheard, so Danish, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought I heard that it might be getting shut down, or security has been clamping down. Or maybe I misheard that on Erod's stream and they were talking about a completely different spot.
Nice.
Danish is saying it's a different bando that got burnt. Okay. So this one is still fair game. Man, I've seen so many videos here. And like Danish's videos are so sick that part of me is like, I don't even want to go, because I don't even know what I have to offer to this spot. No, but I want to go. I want to go. This seems like so much fun.
Yeah, it's all really accessible too, you know? So
I think if I were to go, there would be there's probably no NBDs. Never been done's. You know what I mean? Like probably all the really big crazy things have been hit at this point.
Wow,
nice.
That was a fast 2 minutes there.
How long?
Yeah, that was 157. So let me send out the form. That was fun to watch. We copy. All right, in the chat.
Skydoc is saying, Yeah. Different Bando is the one I was talking about, but you have to talk to the gatekeeper of Bando Island. You know the gatekeeper. You got to talk to the gatekeeper, right?
Yeah, I gave him a coin and I got ferried across.
Nice. So voting form is in the chat. Please vote for Danish's video. Let Danish know what you think. Just, participate in this with us.
I have a question. It's not a criticism. Danish, are you flying with stabilization? I want to ask first. And I'd be curious to see, because I've gone back and forth on it a bunch. And I've been seeing more clips where I really like the look of stabilization now. I like the look of it. There's a good look to it. And I used to not like it, so I've definitely gone back and forth. So I'm just curious what camera this is and if you're using the stabilizer. And not all stabilizations are made equal. That is for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we've had the great stabilization versus no stabilization debate many times, and I still stand firm. It doesn't matter. Stabilization, no stabilization, doesn't matter. It's on the pilot to make an entertaining flight for the viewer. That's number one. Everything else doesn't matter. But Danish says yes, he is in this video, and no dingles, no dingles, my friend. Now, when you say no dingles, did you have dingles and scale them out? Like I always recommend people do. Even when people fly without stabilization and the dingles are in there, it drives me nuts.
What I really liked about that video is that you were there was no line that you weren't rolling through something. I noticed it more on the second time around. I was like, every time you're gapping, like there was a roll or a turn, and you were just like styling everything out. It felt really dense, and I liked it. Yeah, nice job, Danish.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it just felt very comfortable the whole way through, didn't it? Like it was very difficult in what he was doing, but it just felt like he was very comfortable with what he was doing
through
the
that
whole way
motherfucker.
through.
Like it was like, very familiar. The trippy spin, you got a reaction out of me. It was like locked in, like center. I love that look. So super solid.
A Danish in the chat. I've reached at least one person. At least one person. Danish said, yeah, he scaled out his dingles.
There you go.
Thank you, my dude. Thank you.
Death to the dingles.
And yeah, forevermore. Thank you. Death to the dingles. For anybody that doesn't know, the dingles is what I refer to when your GoPro mount starts to creep in on the corners of your videos, and it's just always there, and it's disgusting and gross, and it's especially more disgusting and gross when you're running stabilization, and then the dingles are popping in and out. And
you see do this.
Yeah.
Like a dingle.
Yeah.
All right. So people, I guess, were guilted into voting for Danish. 10 responses.
We don't want to guilt nobody here.
Except when I guilt you. All right. Intentionality 5, speed 4, difficulty 4, variety 3.5, originality 3.5, production 3, je ne sais quoi, yes. I lost track of up and down for a split second. Good job. Love it. I want to be this comfortable flying a Bando. Sick inverted yacht in elevator. Fire. Nice. All right. Your total score is 5, 9, 13, 16.5, 20, 23, 24 out of a possible perfect 30. And for those that don't, so nice job, Danish.
Tasty.
24. Tasty. For those of you who don't know, if you get a 30, we send you a t-shirt that says perfect, super critical, your name, logo, whatever, and we say we do it because you did a good job. So it's not a contest, it's just a high five from us that we send you in the mail, and then I ask you to send a picture back of you wearing it.
I'm wanting to go to Florida sometime soon, and I want to fly with Skydock. I want to fly with Danish again. Danish is really great meeting Danish at Rampage.
Maybe because I don't know if we're gonna leave for the winter again, like we did this year. But
Dude,
maybe
you gotta get the fuck out. What are you?
Well, I mean, it's just there's so much. I'm like tired from the last trip. It was too much, too fast. But maybe we link a trip out of Rampage and just like cut south and then fire back up north.
I'm out of whiskey, so now I'm gonna drink this comically large bottle of water.
Bottle of vodka. It's okay, man. I'm not judging your vices. All right, up next. Nice
Speaking
job,
of which,
Danish.
I still have this.
Fucking awesome. Yeah, the skull. Yeah.
This was terrible vodka.
I was gonna say that's like instant give you the shits kind of alcohol.
Oh, it was not good.
All right.
It was not good.
We got That Guy Grand, and I believe it is That Guy Grand's very first time on like submitting, and he got pulled by the randomizer. So good job there, That Guy Grand. And let me get down to your, where is it? Where is it? It's all the way up here. Metalworks, new Bando find. Ooh, tasty already. All right, so let me put this here. Thank you for all the votes, guys. I'm sure Danish and I appreciate it. And this is Metalworks, new Bando find by That Guy. I think it's That Guy. Grant.
It's like a deadly spot.
Water hazards, metal,
yeah.
concrete.
My type of spot.
Get it? Ooh.
Gotta be on that throttle, bro.
Oh! Thanks for
Happy accident, Gap.
That thing's huge. See how
Reminds me of the place we flew in St. Louis.
Fun.
No.
All right.
That was it?
That was it. 1 minute. And rather than like what we usually do is like we play it again. It's like, if you don't use your full 2.5 minutes, we will just
we'll let people vote. Let people vote.
And then we'll talk, and we'll use it as a timer. It's 1 minute long. You guys go vote. We'll play this again. That Guy Grant, thank you very much for submitting for the first time. Take everything with a grain of salt. We're just two guys who enjoy watching FPV and hoping that we can say stuff that makes other people better. I would suggest throwing some music on this. It's more fun. It gives us a vibe. The flying is all solid. A lot of one-off tricks.
Yeah, I want to see more lines, that's for sure.
And when we say lines, and I realize that, I'm meeting so many more pilots that their story is, I started flying in January. And then, like, they're awesome. When we say lines, it's just like you picking 2 or 3 tricks to put into a series. Right? And even if I enjoy lines that cover ground, so it's not 3 tricks around the same obstacle. So maybe in this case, obviously, I think the logical line setup is from the start of the whatever that thing is, right? Because there's different rafters and different things, and like do one trick and then move forward and then do another trick and then move forward and do another trick. That's like a very basic setup. But that stuff is it gives us a little bit more feel for the space and a little bit more energy. Obviously, you're working on different techniques around this thing, but I think that's one thing to maybe think about. Like, how can you put these tricks together and like move through space?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
so
see.
4 responses. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 5 responses. Thank you very much, everyone. Much appreciated. 6 responses. Love you guys. 7. I'll show you my dick. Just kidding.
Damn, I'm gonna vote right now.
Yeah, I know, someone's scrambling.
Just so you can deliver.
My camera can't pick it up. I can't. All right, intentionality 3, speed 3, difficulty 4, variety 3, originality 2, production 2, je ne sais quoi, that's 50-50, so that's a yes. Nice spot, just got to send it. Keep pushing, some accidents teaching you where you can fit. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Do not get stuck on tricks. Drop some lines. That's a great comment. Don't overthink. Just have fun.
Yeah,
hey,
that's a great comment.
Great comment. And
we'll never be able to guess who left that one. Yeah.
Drop some lines. I love that. Do not get stuck on tricks. I get stuck on tricks all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
So that's a great comment, and that's why we do the show. All right, so let's give you a total. 3, 6, 10, 13, 15, 17, 18 out of 30. Not a bad score at all, that guy Gran, for your very first video. Keep sending us more. We'd love to see the progression. And feel free to throw some music in there. 7 votes. Nice. All right.
Well, let's.
Oh, here comes the dick pic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Zip. Gross. It's not a kid show. It's not a family show. Next up, the randomizer has chosen Dr. Steele.
Dr. Steele.
Dr.
The doctor will see you now.
Okay, let me scroll up in our Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord server, please do. The link is in the description. Here we go. So Dr. Steele, I want to pick Dr. I think Dr. Steele.
Do whatever the latest one was that he submitted.
All right, yeah. So it is kite dancing.
Okay.
I think there was 2 kite ones and 1 monster truck one. So we're gonna
Danish Stallion said 4 inches is fine. DadBodDadBod, 4 inches is fine.
It's what I don't really have a choice. So.
Oh, Dr. Seal says monster trucks, not kites, if you please.
Too late now. Too late now.
That's what it is.
Give us
I do like this song a lot. It's also, this song is one of those things where it's the story of it all. This girl was just like a busker in London, and she was attracting large crowds, and some record exec heard it and liked it, and it just blew up big time.
Do you know, before I started FPV, I still have several stunt kites. Like, I was attempting to get into like stunt kites, and I'd go, and I'm not very good at it. I can't do any like any of the.
I'm just noticing right now, like, is this even on a quad?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, is this even on a quad, or are we just watching some stunt kiting right now?
We're just watching some stunt kite stuff. Because I thought we were gonna take off like in like 30 seconds, but we might just be watching.
I don't think this thing's ever gonna take off. Dr. Steele, what are you doing to us, man?
I know. I think it's fair to say that stunt kite is outside of the scope of the show.
Danish is saying the yaw spins are locked in.
Super. I mean, like,
those yaw spins are locked in.
Dr. Steele says no quad. Well, the kite is a quad kite.
Oh man! All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
That's why I said monster.
That's why I said monster trucks. Let's give him.
He started watching.
Let's give him. Let's give him the 2 minutes
on the monster trucks.
No, on kite dancing.
Okay.
Because that was the latest one, right?
That was the latest one. Kite
yeah.
dancing. So
yeah.
It's a change of pace. We won't throw the scoring form at you.
No.
There's some like gnarly shit you can do with kite though. I mean, like I still.
Dude, I've flown this
is a quad
stunt kite. I think it was incredibly fun.
Yeah.
I did it at I.O. this year. It was really amazing.
Good edit on the downbeat. Of
good single edit.
Oh wait, were you flying Kings? King always travels with a stunt kite.
No, Brent had it. Yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe putting a stunt kite into my bag for this trip coming up. I'm not putting drones in my bag, which is a first since I've started. But I think it's time for me to have a
I did not know this about you.
Dr.
Steele, thank you for the stunt kite.
Yep, appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming here and joining us. I like the change of pace. I like your hat that's on the ground there and your energy drink.
Crazy energy drink.
But yeah, post one video, quad related video next time.
Yeah, that was my comment.
Oh God,
quadcopter would.
Dr. Steele says costs the same as a quad. Surprisingly.
Ugh. I have not broken any of my stunt kites. Because I'm not going hard enough. All right. So thank you, Dr. Steele, for the albeit strangest submission we've ever had.
I'll tell you what. Je ne sais quoi. Not this time. I'm just kidding. I'm only ribbing you because it's so like outside of the format. That was fun though. Great song choice.
All right. So up next we got Jabo. The randomizer has selected Jabo.
Let's do it.
We've seen at least
Dr. Steele. I would love to see more quad flying stuff next time. Just limit the amount of submissions.
Yeah, because we have no way of knowing because we don't pre-watch anything.
We don't pre-screen. We want to see this stuff for the first time live.
All right, so here we go for Jabo, School Rep, FPV Freestyle, Team Drone Adventures.
I know somebody could kill this, and I'm running out of dancer, but I do my dance. Yeah. Here go my chance. Yeah. All over the place, then I skate like I'm bam. Yeah. I stay on my feet, man, it must be the Vans. I do my who you know out when ain't gotta like me. Who you know out, then sacrifice most for the clout. Who you know better like me. You really want smoke, let me see your ID. Send my blood, I stick a IV. Got everything over your head on lock. Wow, damn, that's really high key. Bottom of the barrel picking like it got a padlock. Baby want a model, treat the kitchen like a catwalk. Probably drop a morals just to get out of a bad spot. She said I ain't yelling, I'm just talking with the caps locked.
Get a check there.
I'm on a pier. Who, what, wow, I don't wanna see you. How do I look? You don't look good. What did you say? Call it how I see I do my dance. Yeah. Here go my chance. Yeah. All over the place, then I skate like I'm bam. Yeah. I stay on my feet, man, it must be the Vans.
Nice.
I do my wow, I do my dance.
Nice.
This is all at a school or something, huh?
Yeah, great
Feels
spot.
like a pretty varied spot.
Woo.
Nice.
Yeah.
pretty simple, still popping like a pebble, still moving
Oh,
too
yeah.
fast, don't crash, not a symbol.
Nice.
I'm still playing
That's
till I hit a
interesting.
whistle like hot letter says we rise, bitch skits, they tryna butter mine. Whose name you may make your game after they mother mine. Who set the vibe for the summertime? Place your best day on my doorstep while I do my dance. Yeah. Here go my chance. All over the place, then I skate like I'm bam. Yeah. I stay on my feet, man, it must be the Vans. I do my
action. We that two-headed, fire-breathing dragon. Beats like this keep my nuts sagging. I've been all over like Bilbo Baggins. I've been over, had that bitch like cheat code. We keep toe tagging.
All right, we're at that 2.5 minute mark.
All
That
right.
first track was really interesting.
I really liked it. I liked
Yeah.
the vibe of it, and I thought it
It was
matched
good
the
vibe.
flying. I thought it really matched the flying. All right, so I am
Yeah.
going to put the link for J-Bo. The Google form link is there. You guys go click. We'll watch it again. Oh, can't. I'm going to rewind this. All right, here we go. No, go back. There we go.
I know somebody could kill this.
Yeah, I definitely have a thought.
I do my
Okay, what's that?
dance.
So there are quite a few moments like this.
All over the
Exactly what happened here, where he's
bam.
ripping at something and he does the kind of like yaw track as he whips past it type thing. But there's a lot of moments where the timing is a little bit off, or you're not quite as close to it as you possibly could be. That kind of like yaw, I don't know what you'd want to call it, that really fast yaw track.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
You want to be like there again, like you did it with the basketball hoop.
Yep.
It looks way sicker when you are like 2-3 feet off of it. So the idea is there and it all feels really good, but the level can be upped by just the proximity, especially on that trick. Like with that sort of thing, you want your viewer to feel like you're about to crash into it,
Yep.
and then you just like sidestep it.
And I guess my kind of note on that is that if you just pick a pole and you just fly directly at it and then pull your yaw, it is really hard to hit the pole. Like I've spent packs like seeing how close I can get that trick to the pole.
Like
And,
that was a really good one right there.
Because it was
Sorry.
coming out of something, and I think you just landed in the right place, and then you saw it, and you're like, you're kind of your muscle memory. But if you're flying straight at something and then you yaw, like you're gonna get pulled off that line, and so your quad will be wrapping around. It's really hard. You could do it. You could crash your quad into a pole, but you have to be ridiculously like close to it, like more close than I think your body will allow you to. So it's worth experimenting. I wanted to say, go ahead.
Well, overall, I was just gonna say, like the vibe of it.
Yeah,
I was really enjoying.
that was my comment. Like this video, like made me ache to just go to a just varied spot. Like there was so much variety here. There's the awning, the playground, the trees, the flat ground. There was like some really choice, juicy eject moments, and then there was the covered thing that we're looking at right now. And I was like, so much to offer, and like just like not super spaced out, but just the right amount to feel like, oh, there's a lot to do here, but it's kind of chill. And just flow around stuff, and I got a real good vibe, and it made me want to go fly. And that's a growing, for me, that's a growing measurement of how much I enjoy something. Is like, does it make me want to go fly? And this is one where I was like, yeah, dude, I totally would love to have just a chill out session at a spot like this.
Yeah,
just seeing how I could put things together organically. So and then your music choice, I was really feeling it. So. Nice job, J-Bo. Really like that.
Yeah, man. What do the people got to say?
The people have responded and said, intentionality is a 4, speed's a 4,
Yep.
difficulty is a 3, variety is a 3, originality is a 3, production is a 3, je ne sais quoi is yes. Smooth lines like it was on rails, great flow, fast run, and some close moves.
Yeah.
Nice job, J-Bo.
I'd like to see it get a bit closer on some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Dan and I were talking a bit about this, and I don't want to expand too much, but close is such a hard, like proximity is such a hard thing. I remember, and I was saying to Dan, my very first building dive, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, my first building dive. And like, I look at the footage like years later, and I was like 50 feet away from the building.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, but you know, for me at the time, it was a building dive. I was doing the split S, and I was in parallel to the wall, and I was like, yes, I did it. And I was so far out, and then I said, even today, I think that when I fly, I'm close. You know, like I think that I'm flying within proximity until I really fly in proximity, because I accidentally got way closer, and all of a sudden, like I'm coming out of a flip, and I pitch, and all of a sudden, like the obstacle is the only thing I see, and I haven't crashed, and then I float out of it, and that's like I come out of that. That just happened on Saturday, and I was like, wow, that was close. And I think, yeah, I'm just not at a level where I can always fly that close, but there are people who can. And so I'm like, am I seeing it the same way? So push for closer, keep on pushing. It can always, you know, until you're crashing, like you can always be that much closer, and becomes that much more exciting. Anyways, let's give you a total.
Yep.
4, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 21 out of 30. Nice job.
Nice. Solid score.
Solid score, J-Bo. Thank you very much. All right, moving right along. The randomizer has chosen Rex Snow.
Let's go, baby. He has, I swear, he's submitted a link for like the past 4 to 6 shows and has not been selected. The randomizer does not like Rex Snow until tonight. He has made amends.
With the randomizer.
And we're going to see some sexy Rexy tonight, I hope.
All right, here we go. This one is called hashtag lean back in Chirac. I get it.
Lean back, Chirac.
This is just me, because I've seen this spot blow up, and like there's so many people there now. It's like,
I think what you're noticing here is that Fuse, F-Core, and Rex Snow all flew this on the same day. And we've seen Fuses, and I believe we've seen F-Cores from this day.
So the Holy Triumvirate.
Yeah.
We're seeing all the footage now. All I gotta say is the bikers must love this shit. Like, being able to see their bike from all the angles while they're on it, riding.
Dude.
She's so pretzeled up in there.
Oh! Is he good?
Oh.
He's good.
It's like, I'm picking up parts of my bike.
Dude, chasing stuff is hard. Chasing stuff in proximity is way harder. And
that melty tire all over your camera.
damn, son. Dude, a Sportster? Ha. cool. Get some baggers. That's awesome. I'm so thoroughly enjoying this video.
Nice.
Dang.
All right, let me come out of the haze that I'm in here. All right,
My dude.
Yeah, nice job, Rex. Goldfinger operator in the chat.
Yeah, let's get that voting form out there. All you guys that watch that, please vote. Let Rex know exactly what you thought.
Do you mind hitting the replay on that, Dan Z?
I will hit the replay on that. What's going on here? What's going on here?
What?
My computer.
Picking apart what you got, ripping that thought in your heart. Yeah, 'cause you dumb, shaking. I'm nervous, you gone. Left us just right in the sun.
Okay.
Where did you go? What did I do bad?
There's a lot of really great things happening here. Number one, the proximity he's getting within the subject amplifies the energy of this so much more. There's really good variety in the content, right? So we're getting a lot of single riders. We're getting the 2 up on here, 3 people at the same time. He happened to be there when the dude crashes on the bike. The edit is very well paced. Like, I still wish to really make this thing like absolutely crazy would be to have more like really energetic B-roll. Again, like with Fuse and I believe F-Core had a video. This is so sick. Right there. That's amazing. Getting the rubber flung onto the lens like that.
I like this shot. This shot's so
I can tell you as an editor, and I imagine myself if I'm working on a music video or something, and I'm getting all this footage to cut into the music video, I'm having a hard time selecting the best bits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just so much great stuff in here.
Woo.
Nice job. He's not afraid to get close to people. He's not afraid to get close.
Ooh, a lot of responses on that one. Ready for some scoring?
My man. Yeah, let's see. What do the people got to say?
Intentionality, 4.5. Speed, 4. Difficulty,
Yep.
4. Variety, 3. Originality, 3. Production, 5. Je ne sais quoi? Yes. Sexy, Rexy, baby. Rex Snow is drone, Jesus. Wait to get in there tight. Too many cuts starts to come off like a highlight reel. But with the motorcycles, it's kind of hard not to. Emoji. Did you get that melted tire off your camera? I was wondering about that. Does that come off pretty easily?
I would imagine it wouldn't be too bad. Some good comments in there. I don't know if I agree necessarily with the too many cuts thing. I don't know. It's kind of hard. This is a different thing because it's definitely not your typical freestyle video. So in this instance, you're wanting to have like what I feel like what he did successfully here is delivered an energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a feeling for the day.
Yeah.
I would love to. I like B-roll of like people. That's just me personally. I like to.
Yeah.
Like I'm starting to capture more. I never used to capture B-roll, and now it's like really important to me to capture who's there, and you know. With they having
Yeah.
a good time and all that stuff. But let's give you a total. 4.5, 8.5, 12.5, 15.5, 18.5, 23.5, 24.5. For a non-freestyle video, that's an excellent score, and I'm so glad to see some stuff from Goldfinger Operator, also known as Rex Snow. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated.
Hold on just a second.
I would think
I had
that the
something
tire,
weird happen with my computer.
yeah.
And I just want to make sure.
If it's hot rubber hitting the 3D print, I wonder if it really did come off easily or if it kind of like fucked up the 3D print because that shit's smoking hot.
Did we cut out on the stream? Were we there the whole time? 'Cause I don't know what I did, but all of a sudden some windows disappeared. But I think we were there the whole time.
I was talking the whole time, so
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm seeing a lot of responses in the chat.
yeah.
What was the total score? I'm sorry, I got thrown off.
24.5. 24.5. If I'm not mistaken.
I gotta say, I smell smoke.
And where you see smoke, there's
fire!
Wow, we were ready for it. We were ready for it.
I liked that one a lot. Good job, Rex Snow.
Good job, Rex Snow. All right. Up next, the randomizer. I always feel very Hunger Games whenever I say this. That's the thought. Up next, the randomizer.
Next is tribute. Yeah.
is Mint. Mint. First
time.
Nice. I love it. Mint got selected for his first time submitting. First time, I think, maybe even hanging out with us on the stream. Mint and I guess, met at Rampage. And he's very kind. He was very kind to me.
Rex was saying that the tire goop just rubbed off the quad.
Nice.
But stuck to the props.
Oh, that makes sense. Ooh. Okay, so this is Mint's Norway FPV Super View. More waterfalls. Lots of waterfalls today. Oh, yeah.
So pretty.
Mint, you gave me a cool sticker, and you got a great logo.
What a trip to go to Norway. In Norway, do they sip on the blueberry juice? Blueberry juice is a big thing there, right?
Look at that glass. Beautiful.
Dude. Take me here. Man, take us on this ride, baby. Nice. You must have did you conformal coat your quad or did you just send it?
There's another group up there, you see them. You guys went on a mission. I love it. I'm more and more, it's become apparent. Were we talking about this on I don't think it was us. Just long range is really about the journey to get there. You know, finding the places. I was talking about that with dinner at a family dinner on Friday. I was talking about B-Rad, his story about the footage he collected that won him the Rippy at Rampage, and like just so much respect. And
yeah,
I mean, the hidden places that we get to see with these things is amazing.
Right?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Oh wow, is that frozen? Or is that just like
I don't
rock?
think so. I think that's just rock formation.
That's so crazy. This is making me want to bring my drones to Mexico, and I was all excited to be like super chilled out the whole time.
To not bring drones. All right, 2:30. That is our limit. That's our limit there on videos.
That's fun.
But that's a great video. Check out Mint FPV on YouTube. You can see the rest of this flight.
Welcome to the stream. All right, so Mint voting form is now in the chat. Everyone go click.
I got thoughts right off the bat. I got thoughts.
Oh wait, rewind.
Rewind this. You gonna rewind it, or am I gonna rewind it?
I got it. Okay. All right, go for it.
Okay. So this is all definitely more cinematic flying, right? Number one thing, I'm like, it's like the Jason Van Ellis type situation where he's going to these really amazing locations and flying them. You gotta take it off auto exposure, my dude. This is like such a beautiful location. This shot is actually really great right here. There's another one coming up where, you know, it's exposing for the sky and then just totally crushing everything, like making everything super dark in the rest of the image, and you see
make sure to point it out.
Very little.
Point it out so as to ruin the eyes of everyone watching the stream, because once you learn this stuff, you cannot unlearn it. But I am curious as to that moment,
like right here specifically.
Yep.
So let's just rewind this a little. So as you can see here, we still have a somewhat balanced image. The moment that your image gets overtaken by a large quantity of like brightness, the GoPro is going to adjust for it.
So we're good here.
It also does it for the darkness. So then what happens here is that all of a sudden, boom, like you notice, like look how dark all this gets.
You're
all
talking
this
about the
on the bottom half. Yeah, you can't see my cursor on your end, but there's the bottom half here gets super dark.
We just lost all the definition in the trees.
Yeah. And then there was another moment here that it corrects itself.
Yeah.
That's called like exposure breathing, right? From the auto exposure.
And this all looks like super crispy and nice because the sun's behind you.
Yeah. This is really nice. And you know, again, this is all coming down to also having to learn how to deal with the limitations of the camera, which is the GoPro. The GoPro, for as amazing as the GoPro is, it's a shit camera. It really is. So here, this was one of the things that I really reacted to. Look how perfectly exposed the sky is here. And then everything else in the image is super, super dark and crushed and a bit muddy. Listen, I know it sounds like I'm going really hard on this, Mint, and this is just something I'm pointing out and something that I'm hoping that you look towards in the future. Don't get me wrong, this is all awesome, and you've been able to go out and capture the vibe of your trip, and these are memories that you should have for a lifetime. But just, you know, down the future, how to elevate it, you know, here again, looking up at the peak of the mountain there. The mountain was basically all black, and then the sky is exposed. So unfortunately with the GoPro, it's one of those things where you almost have to choose what part gets exposed and what part doesn't. And typically I would go for the scenery over the sky. Anyway.
I think those are good comments, and I think we're all getting educated. So, yeah, I think it was fun to watch, though, and now...
Dude, yeah, that was sick.
I love it, and I
Kidding
hate
me?
it, because I was all
I
like...
want to go there. I
Yeah.
want to be... I wish I got to go there.
I was all like,
With him.
yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah.
bring drones, and now I'm like, maybe I have to bring drones. It's like a whole nother thing. It's like you get packing like a whole nother trip. Okay, so let's give you your scores. Intentionality is a 4, speed's a 3, difficulty is a 3, variety is a 3, originality is a 3.5, production's a 4, je ne sais quoi, 50-50, so yes. Nice cinematic adventure, nice. Wish the shot after the finished waterfall dive was longer. Love the location. Look into some hydrophobic lens cleaner, Rain-X. Keep up the good work. It's a good tip.
There was a moment where there was some water stuck on there, right?
In the waterfall as he was approaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was sick, though.
Yeah. And let's give you a total score.
Yeah.
4, 7, 10, 13, 16.5, 20.5, 21.5. Awesome.
Nice.
First time score. Great score, period. 21.5. Nice job. Boom.
Yep. Hell yeah.
All right.
Dude, Mint, thanks for submitting. First Timers Club.
Send us
That was
more.
great.
Send us
Yeah,
more.
please.
All right. The randomizer has selected Lord Wolf FPV.
Ooh.
I am just going to pick the latest one. There was 3 submissions. Nice. I think this is a good one. This one's called Stick Time Pays Off. Noticing some serious progression. I love it. Stick time does pay off.
Ooh, I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, right? Good title. Good way to re-enter those trees. Not a lot of options there.
I feel like I have to agree with his title. Just in terms of like the cadence of tricks from what we've seen from him before, and just I'm definitely seeing some improvement here. Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Shooting that gap. Yeah, that was nice.
The multiple gaps. Going for more. Yeah, I like those because they're cool because they're at weird angles.
Yeah. And the way it's set up that makes like a really interesting tunnel.
It's not a perfect tunnel, you know? So it's fun. Definitely do see progression from the last Lord Wolf FPV video that we watched. So let me send out the score form. You folks feel free to give Lord Wolf FPV some feedback. I'm sure he would appreciate it. Obviously, he's interested in progression, and that is hitting the chat now. Boop, 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 boop. All right. And then we'll play this one again. I think my biggest observation, Lord Wolf, besides the fact that I agree, your stick time is paying off. I think that as you kind of put in more stick time, think of the idea of maintaining momentum. I'll point it out. It's happened a couple times in this video. So like you do a series of tricks. Like this is the second loop, and then you kind of reverse, you look back, and then you. That was actually good because you re-enter right back in.
There are a couple moments where it does feel like a bit of a pause, right?
Austin was with us. Austin Spider was with us Saturday, and there was one like moment that I was like, "Hey, have you thought about when you come out of that one thing, just half
continue going with the motion,
yeah, rather than like going back to where you came, just half invert, like do a half yaw, and you'll be pointing in the direction that your momentum's already pushing you." And then it opens up all this area behind you. That's what the one thing that I would say is like, how do you, like right there was a kind of a full stop after that roll, and then you push forward. It's like, how can you just keep on linking it all together? Because you got this really flowy style going, and it's like, how do you just keep on moving? You know, like in a forward motion. And I think that's the one thing that I'd say, hey, maybe that's something you could think about. Forward momentum. Or keeping your momentum. Nice job, Lord Wolf FPV.
Dude, I love seeing the progression and putting in the stick time and
it's different than, you know, like it's different than the stuff we've seen from Lord Wolf FPV before, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's cool to see like different sides of you in the videos. All right, so
dude.
Voting, intentionality 4, speed 4, difficulty 3, variety 3, originality 3, production 3, genetic quad point yes, sexy, good rip, good tunes, I see progression. Nice. Let us give you a total 4, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 21 out of a possible 30. Great score. Thank you very much, Lord Wolf FPV, for your submissions. And moving on. We have Fuse FPV.
Fuse. Ghosted in the chat. What's up, Ghosted? He's hoping. Randomizer. Please pick my video next. The randomizer does what the randomizer does.
Yeah, you have to give your offering of roasted carrots. And
I can't. Yeah. I have tried to beat the randomizer.
The randomizer
Franco keeps us honest. I've been like, oh, let's sneak this video in. I want to see this video, and Franco's like, well,
no.
If the randomizer picks it, then we'll see it.
I'm obsessed with fairness. All right, so this is Fuse FPV. Building dive FPV. Cool building.
Hey there, George.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
I've never hit this spot.
It's a pretty building. For sure.
Super pretty building.
Oh, yeah. This spot.
Nice. I like how low you're getting to the ground there.
Yeah, from the takeoff, I really like that. Yeah, buddy. Feels good. Nice. Just a solo session. Gotta dive a building right quick. I love it.
I wonder, was that all one pack?
I'm about it. All right,
About
let's
it.
send out the voting link for my man Fuse. Oakbrook. Yeah, I think you can hit that spot from like the top of a parking garage too, just in case. I know that spot had some issues in the past, but
Yeah, I
voting
know a
forms
lot of
out.
people used to hit it. Cricket has a video hitting that building
Really?
many, many years ago.
All right, let's watch that again.
Let's watch it.
I have my one comment.
Make it.
Well, I have two. One, and Mint did this in his too. I love seeing the pilots. Like at the front end of the video, middle of the video. I don't know if it's because I've become like more interested in people as part of FPV, but I like this whole intro. Like the timing of it, you putting it on, you throwing it on the ground. And then I throw three comments. I like how you're low to the ground when you move up. You punch up really quick because you don't have to go slow. I get that for this kind of stuff, it reserves your battery a little bit. But my critical comment is on your exit, and we see you getting closer progressively throughout the video. But it is very satisfying when you come off the building dive and then you're at this altitude off the ground. Like, yeah. Not just on the entrance, but on the exit. So it's aspirational. But I had fun watching this. And I like the music. Good choice.
So going back to what you're saying, I think the pacing of what he was doing up front, right? Plugging in the battery, putting the quad down, and then it just didn't take too long. I have like a thing when people have that sort of intro and then it takes forever to take off, then it wears on me. Here's my thing. My dude, awesome. I agree with Franco. The starting low to the ground, coming up, and then when you're exiting your dive, try to exit lower. But my dude, how are you gonna almost go over the top of the building every time?
That's low risk.
You gotta go over. You gotta go higher than the building, my dude.
It's true.
Like, go above the building. Don't go almost to the top and then dive it. Go up and above it.
Well, we all know why, right? We all know why, right? And I'm guilty too. Like, yeah. Because once you get over the lip of that building, all of a sudden, now you've like introduced a ridiculous amount more of risk. Because you get blown off course, and I've gotten caught at the top, and it's just like, fuck. But I can say that when you're able to like get above the lip, and then you find the line, and then you're like if you're just like right there, and you see the lip, and you're like you crush at the lip, and then you're just like going down the side. That is very satisfying. So good call out, Dan.
If you're high, if you're above your object that you're about to dive, as long as you can still see the face of it in your feed, you're good. You're golden. If you can't see the face of what you're diving, then that means you're too far back, and you're going to likely end up on the roof or whatever. But that's something that Rex Snow taught me.
And the trick for that, right, is if you, and I know it sounds counterintuitive because it sounds like more hard, but if you approach the building with a lot of throttle, so a lot of power, and then you invert, so now you're looking at the top, you're over the top, and you're spotting the face, because your momentum is pushing you past, you can correct with throttle. Yeah. You're not trying to use your power to and then hoping that you're landing exactly in the right place. You kind of want to overpower, and you want to be way above, because if you're trying to spot the face of the building, and you start to lose sight of the face of the building, you can throttle to push yourself back into line. So it's counterintuitive, but that's the kind of the trick. Having said that, I know that trick, and I still get freaked out going over the tops of buildings.
It's scary.
So
that's a high risk thing.
100%.
That's a high risk thing. Yeah.
But yeah, enjoyable, great call out, Dan. Let's take a look at your scores, Fuse FPV.
Let's do it.
Intentionality 4, speed 4, difficulty 3, variety 3, originality 3.5, production 3.5, je ne sais quoi, yes. Sick dive, very close. Sick, close dives, any closer, and you'd be in the building. Sick. Love it, Fuse FPV. Nice.
There was like one moment in particular that I remember that you started to get super, super close to the building, and it looked awesome.
It was the last one. It was the last
Yeah,
dive.
some really good dives. Yeah. Was that all one pack, Fuse? If you're in, yeah, he's in the chat. Let us know in the chat. Yeah.
Okay, so let's give you a total. 4, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 21 out of 30. You know what? And I gotta say, I really do like flying with Fuse. Fuse is a great kind of person to fly with. He's got great ideas. I've had some. He's given like some really good ideas that have helped like my lines when I'm flying. And he's like, "Hey, have you thought of doing this?" And he does it in a way that feels very organic. I like flying with Fuse. I do.
Yeah.
I do like flying.
Fuse has definitely pointed out some lines to me before.
Yeah, it's just good ideas.
And he's been progressing so fast too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Fuse.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Fuse. See you in 2 weeks.
And I'm glad that he's laying off the hospital food as well.
Yeah, lay off the hospital.
I know he had a hospital food addiction for a while.
All right. All right. Up next, Blaze FPV.
Blaze
has been selected by the randomizer. All right. Copy. And then I threw it here. So Blaze FPV, this one is called Just Another Rainy Day. Interesting.
Oh my god.
I was watching the bottom left of the screen. I kind of missed it. Like I was looking at his logo, and I gotta watch it again.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know what it is about parking garages that I love so much.
You should do. Anytime I fly one without you, I think of you. Nice. I love how Trippy Spins is just becoming part of everyone's. It's just like, yeah. It's an ollie. Ooh, look at those clouds.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I feel like we have been a part of the, I'd almost call it, not old school. It's definitely not part of the old school FPV thing. It's almost like mid-school. And there's going to be stuff getting done in a few years that we can't even comprehend right now. I know, having my history in BMX and what I saw that sport progress through, the way people ride their bikes now versus the way they rode their bikes 15 years ago is just a different level entirely.
Well, it took so long, right? Like, from when I started to when I got Trippy Spins was like 3.5 years. And there are
now people are doing it.
Start in January and they can do Trippy Spins within 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's progression, and I'm glad to be part of it. But I mean, if that's what happens in 6 months now, like in 2 years from now, what happens in 6 months? I think is my point. Right? Scary stuff. All right, so let's get a voting form for Blaze. Boop 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 boop.
I wish there was more of that parking garage.
Yeah. Dan Z's a fiend for parking garages. He starts to nest when he gets there. All right, so here we go.
Wait, Fly Zone Drone Dan Z, Calling an Angel. Remember that movie? Wait, what's that reference?
I don't know.
Dude, that big dive hole in this parking garage.
And that was it. That was all the parking garage we get. There was a lot there. There was a lot at that parking garage. There was structures.
The selfish part in me wants way more out of that parking garage. I bet you there isn't more because they got the boot.
That's a good point. And then they went to a safe spot.
Yeah.
Blaze, tell us if we're calling it true or if this is just like us making a bunch of stuff up.
Wait, okay, Fly Zone, is that the song from Rad? I actually got to meet Crew Jones once. We did a screening of Rad at my buddy's bike shop, and Crew Jones was there. Nice guy. Okay. Selfishly, I wish there was more of the parking garage. I know that might not have been a possibility.
I'm having a hard time kind of like pinpointing. I think my comment is the appropriate comment is just to really make the movement concise. You know, like you're kind of landing. Some of it's like super dialed, but like sometimes you kind of, and I'm not saying that I can do it or that I'm perfect by any means, but like just making sure that like when you invert and the intention is to be fully inverted with the horizon, make sure that you're hitting that angle, because you can do like, I think a lot of like the really pro pilots can get away with an angle that's a little bit off if like the 3 angles before it and the 2 angles after the off angle are all on point. You don't notice it. But when you start stacking like a slightly off angle split S and then a little bit wide on the roll, it starts to have a feeling of like just a little bit, I don't want to use the word sloppy. Yeah, just a little bit not tight. And if you watch a pilot like Vanover, everything is so fucking locked. Yeah. And if you start noticing that, and I'm not trying to compare you to Vanover, but I think he's just a really great example of like just knowing how to hit the angles to make for a very clean looking run. That's a good example. So that would be my comment. Like skills is there, inverted yacht, trippy spin, combinations, Rubik's cubes, Vanny rolls is all there. And I think it's just about how do you make sure that you're just really hitting those angles to give it a really clean look. That would be my comment.
That I kind of going off the idea that you just had. One of the things that I've been thinking about recently is what's part of the reason that Vanover's videos and PDevX's videos are so amazing.
Hold on. Did I not give out the right form?
I don't know. Did you not?
Did I give out the old fucking form? Fuck. I think I gave out fuses. Give me 1 second. Son of a bitch. You talk and I'll do some investigation.
Okay.
I am so sad if I gave out the wrong form. Yeah.
You have to look at the frequency at which they are posting their stuff. And I don't think like someone like PDevX, who we hung out with.
Yeah.
He flies a lot. And he posts like, how many videos has he put out this summer? 2?
I don't know.
3?
I don't think it's very, I don't know. Maybe 3. Maybe.
And so what I think is also happening with those dudes is that they're being super, super selective about the stuff they're posting, because they're also being perfectionists about their videos that they're putting out, and that's part of the reason that they're at a level that they're at.
Yeah. Um, at the other end of the spectrum, kind of want you guys just to post anywhere. Like, I think the pervasive is that Instagram is great for the non-edits. Like, if you clip that you really like, it's shorter, and like, you can. I think it's great to post there, and I do the majority of my posting on Instagram because I just choose not to make the time to do an edit, right? And that's fine. And I think people have found me, and that's cool. But I think that a big part of our hobby is still on the YouTube and the edits, and so being really intentional. I think we have only received one response because we are late in the hour for Blaze, and I did put the right form up, so the right form got distributed. My dude, Blaze. But we can give you that response. That singular response. Or should we not?
Hold on a second. Give it a moment. It was just a moment.
Okay. Giving a moment.
There should be one more response in there at least.
All right. So here we go. Intentionality, 3.5. Speed, 4. Difficulty, 4. Variety, 3.5. Originality, 3. Production, 3.5. Je ne sais quoi, yes. Lip rider. I don't know what that means. I'm sure there was a lip in there that he rode very close to. I hope that's what is meant, rather than some other non-FPV related comment. Oh, here, there's like 4 responses now. Let's do that again. Okay. 3, difficulty 3, variety 3, originality 3, production 3. Thank you very much for voting. Genetic Squad, not so much this time. And lip rider. I don't know what that means still.
Yeah.
All right, total score. Now there's 5 responses, but total score is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18.5. 18.5. Nice.
Solid, my dude.
But see, I just want to call out, like, technically, you had the fucking skills. So I just think that it's like, how do you clean that up to give a better, like, overall impression? There was something that just wasn't, like, allowing you to hit as hard as you could, but the skills are there. Nice job, boys.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
As long as you went out, you were having fun flying, then that's the ultimate win right there.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate and most important win. Just keep enjoying the hobby.
And that's a note for everyone. Hey, we enjoy doing this. If you enjoy this, please tell your friends. 2 weeks. We really do want participation there, because that is the Bando Invitational that does really benefit from having a broad spectrum of viewers and a broad spectrum of experiences. Please tell your friends. So 2 weeks, Bando Invitational judging. If we didn't get to your video tonight, I know Ghosted, you got kind of like kicked out by the randomizer 2 sessions in a row. I'm sorry for that, but
you and Rex Snow can start a group together.
Clear conscience. I can clear conscience say it was the randomizer and no favoritism. But please continue to submit your videos. Yeah. And Dan Z, any last thoughts before we sign off?
Yeah, and just, I feel like we always hit on this at least once in a stream, but we make all these comments. We always enjoy pushing each other. But like, as long as you're going out having fun, enjoying the hobby, that's the only thing that matters, man. And post for us, we enjoy it. Even if it feels like we're being harsh on stuff or whatever, I'm just glad you guys are all flying and having a good time.
Yeah, and we want to fly with you too.
Yeah.
So, rock on. Hit us up if you're over in the Midwest.
Ghosted. Better luck next time, my dude.
Better luck
Better
next
luck next time.
All right, guys. We're out.
Have a good night, y'all.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Okay.